Alphabet shares are higher after announcing a quantum computing breakthrough, unveiling its new chip, Willow, which can perform a milestone computing in just 5 minutes' time that would take a classic supercomputer longer than the history of the universe.
Quantum computing and Google's new Willow chip are one of the biggest looming threats to crypto today.
Which means that those wallets will get captured by quantum computers.
And while we're not there yet,
are people's cryptos safe today?
Today, yes. In 5 years,
quantum computers can break cryptography, and the threat is becoming more imminent.
I see a lot of things said about blockchains that call themselves quantum secure. You want to be checking that.
And do not believe every coin that just claims to be quantum resistant. Do not be fooled.
A lot of these kind of quantum-proof blockchains are just bullshit.
Here's my list of 5 top quantum-resistant crypto coins to watch in 2025 with real, actual potential. First coin on today's list, Algorand.
But we genuinely at Algorand, we have some of these folks on staff, people who've invented this math. Chris Picart is one. He works at Algorand Technologies.
With Google announcing Willow, their quantum processor, we are entering a post-quantum world. Algorand is a quantum secure ledger, meaning the entire history of the chain is safeguarded against future threats of quantum computers. Here's Algorand's CTO, John Woods, speaking about Falcon.
And we have used a technology known as Falcon, which harnesses these n-dimensional lattices from Interstellar that I just talked about, to secure the history of the blockchain. So every 256 rounds, i.e. every 256 blocks, we cryptographically sign with a post-quantum digital signature that quantum computers cannot break the 256 blocks. And then we wait for the next 256 and then we sign them. And so we are essentially protecting in batches of 256 blocks the entire history of the chain. Now, that affords us great security. It's not perfect, and I'll come to where we need to change other parts, but it does allow us to sit back and say, well, if a transaction was done 10 minutes ago or 12 minutes ago, it's quantum secure. And that's a powerful statement.
So Falcon is key to how Algorand secures blockchain history today and defends against future quantum threats. Essentially, they certify and compress ledger changes every 256 rounds. And Algorand is just the start. Watch today's entire video. You will not believe the next 4 coins on today's list.
Now, we still have to... Sorry, yeah, tell me.
But I always want to keep things real with you because you subscribe to Altcoin Daily for the full picture. Listen to this perspective from the team that while today it's just the history of the chain that's protected, it's not the current or the future yet, but the history of the chain is the most important.
It seems to me that that is the most important thing, right? I mean, the other 2 components, securing accounts and securing consensus, the fact that these are not quantum secure today isn't really a problem because there's no quantum computers out there that could potentially break these, right? And
well,
so
yes.
it seems to me that the most important thing we can do as a blockchain is making sure that the history is secure so that in 5 or 10 years from now or 20 years from now, whenever a quantum computer is actually reality, that then we make sure that all the historical transactions cannot be broken. So it seems to me that is the right approach. Today, there's no quantum computers, so we don't have to solve a problem that does not exist. But we do have to make sure that when in the future a quantum computer is there, that they can break the history of the blockchain. So that feels to me like the most important thing to get right.
I would say it's primary for sure, because I would rather a world where we draw a line in the sand and say, well, quantum computers just emerged, we have a problem and we're going to have to fix it. And I know all of my balances and everything I've done thus far is secure. I'd rather that than, for example, to be secure going forward, but not to have security in the history.
Coin number 2 to keep on the radar is Selframe. Something I like is they understood this problem years ago, and Mainnet is live, build and manage quantum-safe blockchain solutions with the Selframe SDK, meaning developers that want to build quantum-safe applications can do so on Selframe. Leadership Gleb Sidorkin explains.
Selframe is essentially a 3rd-generation blockchain which solves those scalability issues, at a high performance level, and also we've built, and that allows us also to create these post-quantum signatures. And another aspect of the post-quantum that is built into the architecture of Selframe as a 3rd, I would say almost 4th generation blockchain, is easy upgradability. So with the quantum apocalypse looming, Ethereum has this huge amount of capital in it, huge amount of users. Vitalik has said, all right, we're going to do a hard fork for when the quantum apocalypse comes. There's a lot. It's much easier said than done. And so hard forks are obviously a whole process of their own, but then also your private key would have to change.
So Selframe today has EVM and WASM smart contracts. It's hardware-friendly Raspberry Pi 4-level. Of course, it's scalable, but a big one is multi-level sharding built on C language. C language for Cell, compared to coding languages of other top blockchains, is a differentiator.
The code is written entirely in pure C. And I've noticed this is another kind of Selframe thing that's now, I think, getting more prominent in the zeitgeist. People delivering code in C, it runs much more quickly, much more efficiently than higher level languages. And it can orchestrate, or what's the word, recruit all the power of your machine directly as a low level language. So the kind of high performance C code allows us to do that much faster than previously thought possible in a blockchain.
And a next coin on our list that boasts quantum resistance is Hedera.
Is Hedera secure against quantum computers?
In a recent statement from Hedera, they say, Hedera is post-quantum secure for hashing and encryption. As the quantum landscape evolves, so too will our network. We are keeping a close eye on developments and can upgrade the network as needed to protect from emerging quantum threats. Listen to co-founder of Hedera explain.
All right, so we're in really good shape. So here's where we are in Hedera. We use 4 cryptographic primitives. We use hashes in the hash map. So we have the hash graph that has hashes in it, and we have the history of everything that's ever happened that's tied together with hashes, sort of like a blockchain. So we have hashes all through the system. And we use SHA-384, not 256. Why do we use the extra bits? It's so that we're CNSA compliant, which is, the government requires that for top secret information. And why does it require it? Because it is, we believe, secure against giant quantum computers. So the belief is, even if you took, all the atoms on Earth and turned them into giant quantum computers, you would not be able to break SHA-384. SHA-384 is thought to be secure against quantum computers forever. That's pretty good news. And we use SHA-384. Most blockchains use SHA-256. Theoretically, quantum computers could break it, so they'll someday have to go to 384. Although, to be honest, I think 256 is secure enough. To use 384, you have to have a lot of qubits, and I think it's going to be hard.
Also, something to note about Hedera is all the developers choosing to build, because just because a blockchain is quote-unquote quantum resistant doesn't mean the developers like it. You want one they like and is quantum resistant. We all know Karate Combat chose Hedera, Tune FM chose Hedera. The building is clear. And just FYI, this has been explained to death, but Bitcoin will not die with quantum computing. Bitcoin's going to be fine. Almost 200,000 people have watched my deep dive on this thus far. Quantum computing will kill Bitcoin. Sell crypto now. Link down below. Highly encourage you, become an expert on this. Watch this 11-minute video. All we're going to need is a simple upgrade, really.
The real problem becomes when you have broad commercial availability of quantum computing, but not broad enough that all of us can use it in our wallets. And there's that interim period that's a bit awkward. And during that interim period, Bitcoin needs to change its algorithms. But one of the interesting things that happens is that while you can change the algorithms on all of the active wallets, some wallets have lost keys, or the people who had those keys are dead, and they can't change the signing algorithm, which means that those wallets will get captured by quantum computers. So one of the interesting things that happens is we will know when quantum computing exists when Satoshi's coins move. But for the rest of the ecosystem, we can migrate quite easily to another algorithm. It's not really as big a threat as people think it is.
So for that reason, Bitcoin makes my list at number 4 today. Because really, when people are asking, is this blockchain quantum resistant? They're really just asking, is this a viable investment long term? 5 years, 10 years? Is this thing gonna last? Bitcoin will be fine. Also, if you're looking for a great place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency, join me on Bybit now, and only if you use referral code AltcoinDaily, link down below. You can get an immediate $50 sign-up bonus. Use this $50 to buy altcoins. It's a free $50 for signing up. Only with referral code AltcoinDaily, link down below. Which brings us to coin number 5 on today's list. Some people are saying QRL, some people are saying OZO. Comment down below if you've made it this far in today's video, which quantum resistant coin you have the highest conviction for. Let's all check the comment section together, and like always, see you tomorrow.